welcome back to Design Bundle's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today we are going to be doing a very beginner-friendly tumbler tutorial. So we are going to be sublimating a tumbler using a tumbler press, and we are going to be using this super cute design right here. So I'll actually drop you guys down so you guys can really check that out. So we have a really fun designer that designs out these amazing tumbler wraps. So what's really cool is, number one, they're sized perfectly for you. They are ready to go. And number two, today's tumbler, when we press this thing, you're gonna question yourself, is this epoxy or is this a sublimation tumbler? So somebody from our Facebook community group actually made this tumbler the other day, and if you guys are already a part of the Facebook community group, you've already seen it and you've seen how big it blew up. It was super popular because everybody was freaking out because, including myself, we thought that this was an epoxy tumbler. It looks so cool. The way that this is designed out, it looks like it is slowly done individually with all these different glitters and what looks like this metallic tape and all this stuff. So super fun. So over on designbundles.net, if you find some designs that are your favorite, you can actually follow that designer on the marketplace on designbundles.net so you don't miss a thing and see what new products are coming out with and check out anything else that you may love. I also really quickly want to point out that if you guys have not already joined our Facebook community group, it is linked in the description below. You guys are missing out on a ton of fun, so you can share your projects with us. So we love to see your finished projects and we want to see them, so you can definitely share them in the Facebook community group, as well as see other hundreds of thousands other crafters just like yourself, other members. They're sharing lots and lots of fun projects, creating our files, and it's going to give you tons of inspiration along the way. We also have giveaways over there, we have freebies, lots of fun stuff going on over there, as well as any trending products or new releases. You guys are going to find that. So once again, you can find that Facebook community group linked down below. So the reason why I brought that up was, once again, there was a member just like yourself that shared creating this and everybody freaked out. So I had to bring it to life today because I want to see this. So I've got a 20-ounce tumbler here, as well as a tumbler press. I have everything I'm using today linked down below. So we've got this tumbler press, and I've got it set at 365 for 70 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and remove our lid and straw right away. Before you turn on your heat press, you want to go ahead and adjust any sort of adjustments to make sure the pressure is set really well before you get started. If not, you're going to have a hot tumbler you have to let cool down. Once again, I've already printed this. I used my Sawgrass SG1000 today, but you can definitely use your Sawgrass SG500 to do this, or your Epson, converted Epson sublimation printers as well. I've got some heat gloves. You're definitely going to want these. I've got a clean cloth because you want to remove any sort of lint or debris before you get started as well. So we're just going to go over that. And then I've got some heat tape here, as well as my little tape dispenser. And then I've got a pair of scissors. So you can use a pair of scissors or you can use a paper trimmer. Paper trimmer is my all-time favorite, but I thought today I would just show you a pair of scissors. So super beginner friendly because you're able to just simply print it. If you have a Sawgrass printer, if you didn't know, there's actually a folder on your desktop. All you're simply going to do is take that file, once you download it, drag it and drop it in that smart folder, and it's going to send it straight to your printer. Or if you were using an Epson, you would just simply go up to your image, you're going to reverse it and mirror it yourself, and then you would print it as well. So it's super easy and beginner friendly. All right, so now let's go ahead and bring it down here, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim off all of the excess here. So I'm going to try to be super careful, keeping everything nice and straight. All right, so I already don't trust myself. I'm not somebody that likes to use the scissors because I want to make sure my line is nice and crisp and I'm not leaving any white behind. So I'm taking a paper trimmer. I'm using a Cricut one here, and I'm very carefully going to go ahead and take off that excess that I had left behind, very carefully, just like so. All right, so next up, we're gonna go ahead and take, I'm gonna get a couple pieces of tape going here, find a cool spot, make sure I'm not sticking that tiny thing hot there. And I'm gonna get a few pieces going here just so I have them ready to go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take our tumbler here, and we're just gonna start with one side and then bring in that next. So we're gonna go ahead and get that here. Just keeping everything nice and straight, just like that. And so I'm gonna try to go ahead. So the biggest thing is to get that perfect seam, you want them to butt up together. So you really don't want them to overlap. You really want them to just butt up together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get it nice and centered. I'm pulling super, super tight. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get one piece of tape just to get it started for me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and come down here and I'll do that exact same thing. So however, whatever, if you will, makes it easy to pull that nice and tight. So I just kind of place that down on my counter to help me out there. And there we have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple more pieces of tape. So as you've seen there, it may be more easier to do it in that direction to get going. And then now I can go in here and get my seam just like that. So don't give up on it until you press it. It's never too late. So if you need to completely undo this, take your paper completely off to get it perfect, feel free to do so. So like I said, don't give up. It's never too late until after you press it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and pull tight. So you see whenever I did that, it really helps pull those tight. So now I'll go ahead and finish this up just like that. So there you go. So I just get some tape like this, sometimes just 3 little pieces. Whenever I feel like this thing is closed, I just leave it like that. I think everything looks good. So now it is ready for the press. So we're gonna go ahead and insert this. I'm gonna rotate it to where my tape goes kind of on the side like this. And we're gonna get it in the middle there. And then we're gonna go ahead and press just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and press this for that 70 seconds. As soon as it's done, we're gonna pop it back open. I'm gonna put on my heat glove and we're gonna rotate it and we're gonna press it again. All right, so as we're getting down to the last few seconds, we're gonna rotate. I also have a little heat pad here to protect my surface for when it's done. So as soon as this beeps here, we're gonna go and pop it open and we're gonna rotate it. So make sure you use those gloves because this thing is at 400 degrees. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna rotate it around. So we're just gonna make sure we have it rotated enough to where we're getting that piece that was left open at the top. Because with a tumbler press, they can't go all the way around it like if you use a piece of Sublimate for your convection oven. So another way to do this is using a convection oven. You can purchase those from a local store and online. You can purchase a convection oven. I'll try to link one down below for you guys. And then you can use a product called Sublimate and you can place it in there. Now I would designate a convection oven only to my sublimation tumblers or my crafts. I wouldn't go back and forth because this does release some gases. So you can definitely do that and use Sublimate if you don't have a tumbler press. Now the questions I get all the time is, do you prefer a tumbler press over the convection? And my answer is yes. So I love the way that the tumbler press is super, super easy to store and put away. And it just makes a whole lot more sense. So I really do love a tumbler press over the convection. All right, so now we're done. We're gonna pop it open and now we're gonna go ahead and pull it out for the big reveal. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this little guy off right here. And so now we can start to peel this. So I'm gonna just get me a spot going here. You can use some tweezers as well. Or once you really get that going, sometimes that tape's a little bit silly. So give me just a second to get this off. All right, so are you guys ready for the big reveal? I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to peel this just like so. And check that out. Are those colors not gorgeous? So pretty. The colors on this, it looks so realistic, as if somebody took the time and used the epoxy and then the glitters to do all of this. It is gorgeous. So you can see how close I got on my edge there. Super duper close, but I really love these colors. So absolutely gorgeous. You can see I've got a little bit of fading down here at the bottom. If you want to avoid that, you could always really tape that down, but to me, I don't really worry about it. So that's kind of setting down on the surface and you won't see it anyways. So you can see from the top to the bottom, it looks amazing. These colors are excellent and it really took me a minute. I kept scrolling past that and seeing it. I had already loved it, but I didn't read the description and I realized, I thought, that's not epoxy, that is sublimation. Like, it had me, I talked about it all evening long with everybody, all of my friends and stuff. I'm telling you, I thought this thing was epoxy. So this is another great item to add to your shop to sell, because all of our products come with a commercial use license, which means you can sell the finished product. I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous, and I highly recommend that you guys check this out. So once again, you guys can click on the designer inside. Once you click on that link I have down below, you can definitely click on the designer, and you can follow if you want to, and check out her other designs, because this one is so cool. Now, outside of the designer, we have a ton of other designers as well. And if you guys are a Plus member, we have lots of Tumbler wraps over in our Plus section as well. Once again, don't forget to check out our Facebook community group. It is linked down below, so that way we can see the projects you guys are making. We love to check them out, and that way you guys can also get that inspiration. Now, also, you can find us on Instagram as well as TikTok if you want to see those little fun reel videos, or even a little bit of a closer up of these finished projects, because we do put these over there as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.